Part two. You guys really enjoyed the last video and have been asking for a part two, so here we go. This is part two of diving into some fan questions asked by you guys on Twitter and answered by none other than Duncan Rouleau, one of the members of Man of Action and co-creator of Ben 10 and Generator Rex, amongst others. Disclaimer, this video is just a collection of Q&As I have compiled and will contain the name of the respective users who have asked the questions and is intended to share knowledge with the fandom. These tweets are available to see online and are not exclusive or anything. So let's begin. Lodestar asks, if you were to continue the original universe and wanted to introduce the Anti-Trix, how would you go about doing that? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, not too differently on how it was introduced in the reboot. There would be lore elements that need to be approached differently. Jack asks, I know it's just a WoG fan question thing, but does controls the growth of nearby plant life and can regrow his entire body when needed mean that SF can regrow his body from other nearby plant life if he's got nothing left? Ayla Swamp Thing kind of regeneration? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, there needs to be enough of his original form to germinate, but yes, basically. Hyperwhirl asks, do you happen to know how much money Ben 10 2016, Ben 10 reboot, made from 2016 to 2021? And after some discussions, Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, not prepared to discuss those numbers. What I can say is the reboot performed better than some iterations and not as well as others. I would also add the earlier versions still produce income for CN as does the reboot, but within the same saturation in the marketplace. Lodestar asks, could nanites cure genetic errors, genetic damage? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, theoretically, yes, but most likely screw them up, hence Evos. Mohit asks, was there ever any plans for a Ben 23 spin-off series? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, no. Egbertius asks, are female apoplexians aggressive like the male apoplexians, or are some of them compassionate? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, their aggression manifests differently, but they're aggressive. One protects by attacking, the other by guarding. Lodestar asks, could the device that Ben used in Alien Extinction be capable of traveling to Rex's dimension? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, technically. Clark asks, is the reboot timeline part of the classic multiverse, or does it take place in its own multiverse? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, all part of the same multiverse. Lodestar asks, does Professor Paradox have any information about the events that occurred in the Generator Rex universe? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, until we write that episode, the answer to your question will have to remain open. Now for this final question, I had a feeling that this was true, and we'll talk about in a separate video. Alex asks, since you confirmed that the alternate Bens that appeared in Alien Extinction were the same Bens from the original continuity in shows, but on that same token, is it safe to assume that these three Gwen 10s are all the same Gwen 10, just in different art styles? Duncan Rouleau responds by saying, sure, that would follow. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and thank you to everyone who's asked these questions, and a special thanks to Duncan Rouleau for answering them. If you want a part 3, comment below and vote in the poll found in the community tab. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.